Yeah, what up? It's your boy Eddie, and you're welcome to the Bass Player Music Reaction channel. Please, if you're new here, do well to support me by liking, by leaving a comment, and most importantly, by subscribing. As you can see, I'm here with my bass guitar. This is a BB425X Yamaha passive bass guitar. It's a beautiful beast you're seeing here. You will love the sound. One of these coming days, I'm going to play something for you all on the bass, so just stay tuned. And I just want to say a big shout out and a big thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for your support, for your kind words. Thank you for your likes, your reactions on my videos. Thank you so much. I do not take all of that for granted. I really know that I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I love you all. I'm going to be here with you all for a very long time because we're going to be reacting to a whole lot of music. Just stay tuned. There is so much coming for you all in future. So today, to the business of the day, having exposed myself to this kind of music, the metal, the rock, and all of the music I've been reacting to, it's quite new to me, and it has opened my mind to a whole lot of possibilities in music because, like I always say in some of my videos, we in Africa are not very used to this kind of sounds. We are not used to this kind of music, and like I would always say still, we've been missing a whole lot because it's a different kind of experience and it's really beautiful. It's really cool. So my mind is open. I've heard so much. I've learned so much. I've gotten to meet a lot of them online and watched some of their videos, even watched a lot of their rehearsal times. And trust me, it's a whole different experience. I really appreciate it, yeah, because it is more exposure for me as a person and also as a musician. It is something that I wish everybody around here would have that kind of experience with me. Truly, I want to also thank you all for your recommendations because most of the time when you recommend songs for me, I get to go back and check on those songs and I get to enjoy a lot of them. Like I said, I'll be doing a whole lot of reaction in the coming days. Just stay tuned as I speak mainly on 3 of my most favorite bands or teams so far that I've watched. But before I go into that, I just want to talk to you all about something in music and generally in life. It is most of the time about preferences. So in music production, in playing of music, in singing, being a judge in a music competition, in almost everything, it is about preferences. So there is really no best in music. So people hear you and prefer to hear you. So my best may not be your best. You get what I'm saying? So it is a matter of preferences. This is not like saying this is the best band, this is better than this is better than this. For me as a person, personally, I just love to hear some of these guys. That's what I'm trying to say. So I've come across many bands, many bands, too numerous, the PINK Floyd, Metallica, the Nightwish, Queen, so on and so forth. So many of them, I've come across them. And I noted a lot of things about these musicians, the singers, the musicians and all. And there were some that really stood out for me as a person that I really prefer to watch and I always enjoy to watch. So that is what I want to talk about today. I've got 3 of them that I really love to watch always and I really respect. They put in so much work into what they do and it got to me on a personal level. So without wasting so much time, let's go into the 3 of them. So 3 of my most favorite bands in no particular order are PINK FLOYD, Tool, and Nightwish. I hope I called your favorite there too. These 3 guys do a whole lot to me on a personal level. They may not be your favorites, like I said, but for me, they are my favorite bands for now. I'm sure that as I get to be exposed to this kind of music more, I would meet a whole lot of other people. So first of all, PINK FLOYD. One thing I love about PINK FLOYD is their approach to music. The PINK FLOYD team, they do music like it is not music. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. When you're watching a PINK FLOYD concert, there's a whole lot that goes on in your mind. You get what I'm saying? You are not just out enjoying music, enjoying the play. While you are listening and enjoying, there is so much going on in your mind because they work with visuals in their live concerts. So you get to see a big screen on stage showing some sort of documentary or movie. I don't know what to call that though. Showing a lot of stuff that interprets what they are doing. You're watching something while you're listening to the music. You get what I'm saying? It is working both with your ears and with your eyes together. So it is giving you an experience that you wouldn't get if you are just listening to music alone. And believe me, they put in so much into this kind of art, having to create something that has never been seen before, having to create something that is not the usual. So they put in so much, and trust me, it does the job. You are living a Pink Floyd concert full in your ears, full in your eyes, and full in your mind. They get to communicate to every sense you have. That's the Pink Floyd. They put in so much. And then I love how calm and cool they get to do their music. I would call that rock, some slow rock. The lyrics, the sound, the instrumentation, it just gets to hit you nicely. It is very soothing. It is not all that loud. It is not all that metallic, too rocky. So you just sit and the lyrics will sink into you. That's one thing I love about the Pink Floyd crew. You just see David Gilmour singing with a very cool voice while he's playing his guitar. Beautiful concept they have whenever they are delivering their music. I respect them so much. It takes a lot to achieve these kind of things. Their writing is deliberate. They're intentional about how they write. They're intentional about how they play their instrument. They're intentional about the level of the sound that they produce. I'm talking generally about the concert sound. They are intentional about the lights of the concert. Whenever the music is playing really hard, you see the lights will be bright, and then whenever the music comes down, you see the lights go low. They are intentional about everything. That is really something that puts the Pink Floyd up there. Yeah, the maturity in the music can be relatable by both the young and also the old. You get what I'm saying? So the Pink Floyd crew for me is out of the world because they know what they're doing. They are really deliberate about the kind of quality of stuff that they put out there. No wonder they stand in their own place. They are just there without any form of competition. It's Pink Floyd and Pink Floyd alone. I said in one of my other videos that you can't just come up and do a cover of Pink Floyd song. You will never get that feel. You can't get that feel when you're trying to do the Pink Floyd cover because you are not Pink Floyd. So it's either them or them. So kudos to Pink Floyd, man. They do a whole lot of good job there. Yeah, that's for Pink Floyd. And the second on the list is the Nightwish. Wow. The Nightwish band is one band that I really also do respect a lot because first of all, their audio engineering. I don't want to talk about the instrumentation and all that because I don't want to forget about this part I'm saying. That's how I'm putting it first. The audio engineering for Nightwish, whoa. Whoever is behind their console, their mixer console, that person deserves a Grammy, deserves an Oscar award. You know, the Nightwish come off with a whole lot of loud sound. They come off with a whole lot of metal, big speakers and all that loud sound. But whenever I listen to them, I get to hear all of the instruments very distinct. You hear the keyboards clean. You hear the guitars clean. You hear the drums clean. Nothing is distorted in their sound. So it's soothing for your ear. Even though it is very loud, even though it is metal, you get to hear the sounds really neat, distinct. There are no frequencies that are clashing with each other. The drum kick is on its own frequency, working on its own. The bass guitar is on its own frequency. They are not clashing. Your ears are not disturbed even though you're hearing the loud sound. I don't know how the Nightwish sound and audio engineers get to achieve those, but that is some work. And I give it to them. I give it to them, really. I respect them a lot. And also for the Nightwish band, the lady Floor. That lady is a goddess. I always call her the goddess of metal music. She is really, really good. I love the way she gets to man her stage. She's so confident of herself. She is in charge of the music. She sings and then you do not hear her screech in her voice. And then most of the time she gets to switch from the normal metal to the opera kind of singing in the same song. And then she's coming back again to metal kind of singing in the same song. So it takes a lot of skill to be able to achieve that. She sings on a very high pitch. Her range goes very high when she wants it to go that high, and she comes back low again to do the rocky thing. And trust me, that is some skill. And I also love for the Nightwish how they get to hold the energy of their music from the beginning to the end of the music. There are no places where they feel or they act tired. You get what I'm saying? They can just be in concert playing and the energy is one. The energy is on 100. I've never been to their concerts, but by the way you watch them, you know that these people come off ready for this thing. So I love the way the energy is, especially the drummer. The guy does a whole lot of work in that Nightwish band. Believe me, the drummer, because he's the one who is working with his brain, he's working with his two hands. Most of the time he works with his two legs, because I think I've seen 1 or 2 videos where he was using a double pedal. Every part of his body is working and he's like this from the beginning to the end of the music. He's that loud. Takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of stamina to be able to achieve that. You don't feel him dropping in his energy. He holds it tight. And so in their concerts, you get to have those kind of songs, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those kind of songs. You can imagine the kind of strength they need to be able to pull those kind of concerts. Takes a lot of, I'm sure they get to gym, they get to work out, they get to do some exercises that can keep them up on stage. So I love the fact that the Nightwish are able to hold their energy in their concert. They are able to sing the vocal cords. They stress it, but they still go on with their concerts over the whole period of time. That's a lot of work, man. So that's one reason I really, really respect the Nightwish band. There are some, permit me to use the word, crazy group of guys there. All of the instrumentalists, the bass guitarists, the guitarists, the keyboard guys, they're all always active. And something I love also about the Nightwish band is the fact that they get to interact with their audience. I love it when I see audience participate in songs also, when the instruments get to break at some point and then the audience will sing, or the audience are clapping along with the artist on stage. I love to see all that. It shows fan love. You get what I'm saying? It shows that the fans really love the team, the group, or the artist when they get to sing the song word for word, especially when they just let them, that crowd kind of sound. I love all those kind of feel. I love to watch it, I just get to smile and enjoy all of that experience when I'm watching the Nightwish band. So enough of the Nightwish band. Now let's talk about Tool. Tool is such a band that puts me on the edge all the time. As a musician, I get to listen to music differently from a lot of other people. How I approach listening to music is totally different. I get to observe a whole lot of stuff, the beats, the time, the drummer, the singers, and everything, which may not be the usual way people get to listen to songs. So the Tool team are some very, very creative people, really creative. They are very complex with their ideas. Now, I say this because they do a lot of odd things. When I say odd things, I mean odd time signatures. Odd time signatures that the drummer has to hold down from the beginning to the end of the music. The drummer and all of the other musicians have to have their minds locked in that time signature. You get what I'm saying? Having to listen to that kind of music, which is very, very unusual, opens my mind a lot to crazy possibilities in music. Now, the kind of beats that we are used to generally, not just in Africa, are the normal 2/4, 4/4, 3/6, 6/8, and all those normal kind of time signatures. But the Tool team, they come with a whole different vibe when it has to do with timing, when it has to do with signatures. They get to just play things that are odd, that are not the usual. They play and they sing on that, and that really puts me on the edge. Whenever it's time to listen to a Tool song, I'm ready to be blown away. I'm ready to listen. And all of the time, they never get to disappoint me. I get to go home full of ideas whenever I listen to Tim. That's why I love them. They put me on the edge as a musician. Now, for the Tool, the person I really, really appreciate and I really respect a lot in the Tool team is the drummer, because most of the time, the drummer does the job of keeping the tempo, keeping the time signature, the beats and all that. The drummer does the job. Even though every other musician also has to do that. I'll come to that. But for these two, I respect the drummer a lot. I think there was a song I watched about them where they featured him and there was a camera positioned on him. What's his name again? Sorry, let me check my phone for his name. Okay, his name is Daniel Edwin Carey. Whoa, Edwin! That's my namesake there. Daniel Edwin Carey. And they popularly call him Danny Carey. That guy was on God mode when I watched that concert. Whoa! Yeah, as usual, they came off with the unusual odd time signatures and then playing, having to hold that down. It's a whole job on its own. But what blew my mind in that piece was the fact that Danny Carey played a solo, a drum solo on that time signature. Listen to me. That is something that is really complex. That's some very sophisticated drumming when it is an odd time and then you have to play a solo and not go off the time. You don't go off the beat. You don't go off the tempo. Come on. That's some really serious musicianship there, man. Daniel played and he played the solo. He built it from ground to the top and it was some really, really skillful play there. My maximum respect to Danny Carey. That drummer is a beast. He's a monster. He's a god on the drums. I respect them so much. And yes, I need to say this. Whenever I talk about the odd time signature, it is not just for the drummer alone. All of the musicians are really, really professionals because they get to play to that pattern. Now they have to lock their minds in on that time signature to be able to achieve that. Let me give you an example. There is this jazz standard time signature they call Take 5. So you get to hear the drummer play something like, you know, and then the bassist has to play with that groove pattern. So you hear him play stuff like boom 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 boom, you know, da 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 da. I'm sure you must have come across that Take 5 jazz. So you see that all of the musicians get to do that job. So they are all professionals. They are all sophisticated in their minds. So it is not just the drummer alone, but I'm giving so much kudos to the drummer because the drummer does a whole lot of work. He's working with his brain. He's working with his two hands. Most of the time, his two legs, because one leg is always on the hi-hat and the other leg is always on the bass drum. Or sometimes they even use double bass drum. So he's working with every part of his body. I remember in the solo Danny Carey played, he was actually splitting. Yeah, when I say splitting, I mean his right hand was doing something totally different. His left hand was doing totally different. His right leg different. His left leg was doing something totally different, you know, all at the same time, you know, and at that odd time signature. That is something to respect about the drummer, man. So I really, really love the Tool band. Yeah, they put me on the edge. They open my mind to possibilities. There is actually nothing impossible in life. Yeah. Watching these guys, I just get to learn that. They do so much. And then for the writing of the song and the singing of their songs, it could be very easy to have the normal beats and play or sing on those kind of songs on the normal time signature, have your melodies write easily on the normal time signatures that we get to hear. But then when it is an odd timing, how you get to sit down and start scripting your lyrics, how you get to sit down to get your melodies in the right staccatos on that time signature is not something that is really easy. It won't come by easily. So they get to have to sit down for a while and internalize these beats, get the beats played and write songs on those beats. You get what I'm saying? So maybe you should just try writing the song on a Take 5 beat. So try to write a song following that beat. You would understand what I'm saying. And this Take 5 is becoming a regular thing because we get to hear this particular jazz talk about other time signatures that we do not hear always. And then they give it to you and you have to write a song on that. You have to sing it on that. Bro, it's not an easy thing to do. So I really respect the Tool. And that is, apart from a whole lot of other things that they do, that is really what attracts me to the team called Tool. it is maximum respect for them. Like I said, I have been exposed to so much in music, listening to this new pattern of music. Right here in Africa, we are used to the Afrobeats, we are used to reggae, R&B, you know, pop and all that. But when it comes to metal, when it comes to some slow rock, you know, and all that country and all, we are not very used to this pattern of music. So I am a bit more exposed than I used to be as a musician. So it is a beautiful one for me, and I appreciate it so much. Yeah, thank you so much for being with me on this channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my coming reactions, okay? Love you all. Bye-bye.